Let's learn new paper techniques. In this video, we are going to learn how to do a triangular prism, a rectangular prism, two different springs, and bridges. A triangular prism needs 4 folded pieces. One of those folds is for glue. I'm going to start with a rectangle. I like to begin folds at the bottom and roll all the way up. Sometimes you'll have a little extra. We can cut that off later. As you see, I have 4 sides. 3 of them are going to make a triangle, and I have a little extra to trim off. As long as you have an overlap for glue, you can turn it into a triangular prism. By adding glue on the end, I'm going to pinch the paper together to give the glue a chance to stick. And now we have a prism. You can glue your prism down flat, or if you want it to stand up, you need to add tabs on the bottom. This technique is called a flange, and those tabs are where you would add glue so that you could press it down to any surface. Our next technique is a rectangular prism. A triangular prism needs 4 folds, and a rectangular prism needs 5 folds. So I'm going to start with a larger rectangle of paper and fold up from the bottom, making sure that I have at least 5 rectangles. If you have extra, it's easy to cut off. 4 of the rectangles make up the walls, and the 5th rectangle is where we add glue. When you are gluing a prism together, make sure you pinch the glue from the inside to allow the paper to attach to the other side. Hold for a few seconds, and now you have a rectangular prism. If you want, you can easily cut rectangular prisms into other sizes. They can work as building blocks, or if you want one to stand up, you need to cut on the corners 4 tabs. This technique is called a flange, and it will allow you to glue those tabs down and make your rectangular prism stand up. Our next technique are springs. There are 2 types of springs. One requires 2 papers, and one works like a zigzag. To make a spring with 2 papers, you need equal rectangles and start at the bottom. We are going to do a pattern of folding down, down, up, up, and then repeat. Down, down, up, up. You will do this until you reach the end of the papers, and these springs are braided together. The second spring only uses 1 piece of paper, folded like a pleat back and forth. These are great to make shapes pop out or pop up from your artwork. A Z-spring has 3 folds, and you can add shapes on the end of one of them to make paper pop out. This is great for clouds, characters, or details. You can also have springs at different heights to choose how much you want it to pop out. If you want your springs to stay together, you need to add glue. Don't forget to hold it for a few seconds. Our last technique is a bridge. A bridge can be made with any size paper, and there are 2 ways that you can glue it down. I'm going to cut long rectangles and fold a tab on each end. You can glue the tabs inside to make an arch, or outside to make a bridge like one cars would go across. You can use any size paper, but take a look at how you glue your tabs down. If you bring them close together, the paper will pop up higher. If you make them further apart, the paper pops out lower. Now we know new paper techniques.